Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to this quick reaction and thoughts video on the news that Doctor Who, the Evil of the Daleks, will in fact be, it's been confirmed, it's been animated in black and white and colour and will be released on the 27th of September 2021 on DVD, Blu-ray and Steelbook Blu-ray. So, after nearly a year of rumours of the Evil of the Daleks going to be animated, it came around along with the Abominable Snowmen. The rumour came around in August last year, 2020, and there was some animation testings that was out on YouTube about March, April time, but now it's confirmed with a little teaser trailer dropped by the BBC YouTube channel and a new article written about it that the Evil of the Daleks is officially coming, and it will be released on the 27th of September 2021, unless it gets delayed or something. But yeah, September 2021, or towards the end of September 2021, it will be released. Yeah, that's basically about it. So my thoughts on this: The Evil of the Daleks is a fantastic Doctor Who story, in my opinion. I love the story. Really enjoyed it when I first watched the reconstructions of the story, plus the surviving episode 2 back in 2018. When after I finished watching the final classic Doctor Who stories I had to watch, which were the stories as part of the Myths and Legends DVD box set, the Time Warrior. Although I had briefly seen a bit of that before. Underworld and the Horns of Nimon, the latter which was the last ever full completed Doctor Who story as of December 2017 that I had left to watch before Series 11 started broadcasting later in 2018. So yeah, Horns of Nimon wasn't exactly the best final story to end on, but I still had plenty of partially missing stories to watch reconstructions of. And so I went on a bit of a marathon of checking out these missing episodes with reconstructions, including some that have been animated since 2018, such as the complete Macra Terror, the complete Fury from the Deep, and all but two episodes of Fury Faceless Ones, and all but one episode of Evil of the Daleks as well, because one episode of Evil, two episodes of Faceless, they survive, of course. So basically, I technically finished with the Space Pirates. Maybe Horns of Nimon wasn't such a bad one to end on after all. Thank goodness for Series 11. And I'm being serious with that statement, by the way. Series 11, all of it, is far superior to the Space Pirates. No joke. If you know me, you know the Space Pirates is my least favourite Doctor Who story. Though I would still be excited for an animated version if that was announced. Just recently I got Doctor Who Season 24. That's recently come out. And that's going to be relevant to a point as well I'm going to make in a moment. And even though Season 24, at the moment, it's my second least favourite season of the show after Season 17. I've got a rough idea of my season rankings of the 38 seasons. So even though Season 24 is my second least favourite season, I was still hyped to have it announced it was going on to Blu-ray, and I'm happy to have it on Blu-ray. So yeah, back on topic. When I first watched Evil of the Daleks reconstructions, and I already saw the surviving episode on the Lost in Time DVD. I've got it open for a reason. Already saw episode 2 on the Lost in Time DVD, and then reconstruction, full story. Really liked it. Really enjoyed the story. And then I rewatched it when during my massive start-to-finish Doctor Who marathons, which would be followed up by reviews of each story. And Evil of the Daleks, I gave it a 9 out of 10 when I watched it originally, but for the review, when I watched it the second time round, it was a 10. It's a fantastic story, and it topped Faceless Ones as my favourite story of Season 4 of the classic series. Will it continue to hold that position when it comes to the animated version, considering Faceless Ones, since I did that, the Season 4 ranking did get animated as well. In fact, that was even before the Macra Terror one was released. But yeah, so this was earlier in 2019, about February time. But yeah, so about as of February 2019, this story has been a 10 out of 10 for me. Will it retain that score when we come to September, October 2021? hopefully. But yeah, this is a fantastic story in my opinion. It's just amazing. Great finale to season 4. Second Doctor and Jamie duo for part of the story. Introduction to Victoria, who's not one of the best companions, but she has a good introduction in this story. Well, maybe not the introduction scene, just introduction story. She has a great introduction story, and Deborah Watling's very sweet. I hope there's going to be some sort of Deborah Watling remembrance featurette. I don't think there was one on Fury from the Deeps. Let me check that. It might have been on Enemy of the World. Actually, yeah, it might have been on Enemy of the World. I will. Enemy of the World's not far out of my reach. I can go and have a look. Right, it's not on. There's not one on Fury from the Deep. Just keep that here. Because this is a one-take video, you are going to have to see that. I'm sorry, I should have paused it, actually. Let me quickly just check that Deborah Watling's got some sort of remembrance featurette on here. Yeah, okay, so it's on Enemy of the World Special Edition. Okay, then, so Evil of the Daleks one probably won't include a Remembering Deborah Watling extra or something. But okay, so yeah, fantastic news that the Evil of the Daleks has been confirmed. Whether the Abominable Snowmen and Galaxy 4 will indeed follow it is to be seen. But with Evil of the Daleks confirmed to be coming out, it will be the 7th complete story from season 4, albeit partly down to animation or reconstruction, or both in this case, because we've also got the reconstruction version alongside the animation version, which seems to be a thing with the BBC Studios animated or part animated stories, is that they'll include a reconstruction of the story, or at least the missing episodes. At least I'm not so sure about what they're going to do with Web of Fear. They might just have the animated episodes for that one. But certainly with Power, Macra, Fury, and now Evil, they've got the Faceless Ones as well. They've got the reconstruction versions of the stories with Faceless Ones and Evil. It's reconstructions with the surviving episodes. So the reconstruction of this one will have episode 2 alongside it. And if it's like Faceless Ones, it'll probably also have a version of the animation with the live action episode 2. Probably on the black and white version only, though. Then again, Web of Fear might have the option of watching the black and white surviving episodes and the colour missing episode that's animated. So maybe there might be an option on the colour version of Evil the Daleks to watch the black and white surviving episode, but I doubt it. But there probably will be one on the black and white animated version, alongside the full length animated black and white version. So yeah, great to hear of Evil the Daleks' announcement, and yeah, it just comes a few days after season 24 was announced, was released, and the standard release, the limited edition, the standard releases of seasons 10 and 18 are out next week, apparently. All goes well. So yeah, as for the next Doctor Who The Collection Blu-ray release, no announcements on that yet, but I'll probably try and make a video about that when it does happen. And what's funny is that season 24's announcement came about, it was before season 8, after season 8's Blu-ray was announced to be delayed about a day or two beforehand. I guess they decided to drop the announcements of season 24's as a way to make it up to the to everybody that season 8 was going to be delayed by a fortnight. So just over a month ahead of season 8's release, they decided to announce the one that would follow. No news about what would be the 10th box set of the collection range. We'll have to see about that. But when whatever it is announced, I will make some sort of reaction video or something. And I will pre-order it. I've pre-ordered the steelbooks for Web of Fear and Evil the Daleks, and I will get the DVDs and Blu-rays closer to the time, or after they've been released, I should say. Sainsbury's are usually a good place to get the DVDs from. Did get the Blu-ray from Macra Terror from there, but they didn't do it for Power of the Daleks Special Edition or Fury from the Deep. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing. So, but I'm definitely get the DVDs from Sainsbury's, my local Sainsbury's, when they're released, and then the Blu-rays, I'll try and get those as well. But yeah, so yeah, as part of the special features on the Evil of the Daleks DVD, whilst I'm really excited for the animation, the special features announced for this release are probably one of the weakest DVD and Blu-ray releases in terms of bonus features. Of course, you've got three versions of the story, possibly four. You got the two versions of the animation, black and white and color, and you've got the reconstruction with the surviving episode 2. You might also, as I mentioned, you might get the black and white animated version, but also with the the option to watch episode 2 in the original surviving episode, as opposed to the animated version. Just like on Faceless Ones, you've got the option to watch the black and white version in full animation, or the option to watch episodes 1 and 3, the surviving episodes, and episodes 2, 4, 5, and 6 in with the animation. Not on the color version, but like I said, with Web of Fear now having the color and black and white animated episode option, then it's possible there might be a color the option to watch the color version with the surviving episode of it included. Sorry for the really loud car going past. However, that doesn't seem as likely. And of course, there's the reconstruction, which will be also in black and white, and episode 2 will be the surviving episode, and then the reconstruction of the other 6 episodes. So the special features included for this release are, as mentioned in the article that is linked in the BBC video, which I'll link both of in the description below, the video and the article. By the way, it's not really a trailer, it's kind of like it's a teaser kind of a thing, a bit like Fury from the Deeps, except we also have a bit of a clip from the episodes themselves, like we did with Web of Fear. So it's not like a full scene like Web of Fear or Faceless Ones, but it's kind of like a small portions of a scene towards the end of the story. That is done in a kind of a teaser trailer sort of fashion. We'll probably get a full trailer towards the end of August, start of September. Probably like what happened with Fury from the Deep. Also, the animation looks like it's similar to Macroterror, Faceless Ones. I don't think it's as good as those two, but it looks like it's on the same sort of style, drawing animation thing as those stories. But yeah, special features include the surviving episode 2, as I mentioned, telesnap reconstruction, including episode 2, which is as I mentioned, so you got the surviving episode 2 alongside the animated version of episode 2 and the animated missing episodes, and you got the reconstruction version alongside the 2 versions of the 2 animated versions. And like I said, there might possibly be another option to watch the surviving episode 2 alongside the animated episodes 1 and 3 to 7. Audio commentaries on there's apparently audio commentary. Yeah, audio commentary. Sorry, I was thinking on 6 episodes, but no, sorry, that was the reconstruction. 6 episodes have been reconstructed. Audio commentaries. It's possible episode 2 might have a second commentary, like Web of Fear. Is it Web of Fear episode 1 is going to have 2 commentaries on its new release when it comes out, because there was one on the Lost in Time box set. This is the Lost in Time booklet. Yeah, audio commentary with Deborah Watling and Derek Sherwin and Gary Russell for Web of Fear episode 1 on Lost in Time. None for Enemy of the World, so Enemy of the World Special Editions one would be a brand new one. Evil of the Daleks episode 2 has commentary with Deborah Watling and Gary Russell, so I expect that there will be commentaries for all 7 episodes, but episode 2 will have the option to have the 2004 commentary as well as the brand new 2021 commentary. Same goes for Web of Fear episode 1. It will have the option for the 2004 commentary and the 2021 commentary, which would also be on the 2021 commentary will be the one for the other episodes. They didn't do a commentary in 2013, 2014 for the original DVD release. I don't think they might have done, actually. I'm not quite sure. So maybe it's that's going to be included alongside the 2004 one on that release. But Evil Delights, it will be commentary on, I think it will be brand new commentary for every episode, plus the older commentary for episode 2. Also, the audiobook by Tom Baker, which is likely to be the audio version of the story with narration by Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor himself. Making of documentary or feature, probably be about half an hour. and a photo gallery. That is standard procedure, typical for most Doctor Who DVD releases in the classic series DVD and Blu-ray ranges. A photo gallery and commentaries on all episodes. I think there's only been a few exceptions, at Edge of Destruction and possibly the original Enemy of the World Web of Fear releases, DVD releases. Can't quite remember, but certainly Edge of Destruction didn't have one, I don't think. Or at least there wasn't much written about it in the booklet, and some of the older releases might not. I'm not sure, but yeah, typically you get commentaries on every episode with the classic series DVD and Blu-rays, and photo galleries. But I am a bit disappointed that there aren't many special features, because take out the reconstruction, take out the animated episodes, and take out the surviving episode 2, the extras are basically commentaries, the audiobook version, a making of, and photo gallery. And that's it. And there's going to be 3 discs, according to the article. I thought Faceless One's extras were disappointing, or at least the amount of extras on Faceless Ones were disappointing. Let's have a quick look at Faceless Ones. So besides the 3 versions of the story with the animated and surviving episodes and the reconstruction, you got the commentary, surviving footage, camera scripts, alternative. Hang on, that's not an extra. And what else you got? You got the trailer for Fury from the Deep and the making of documentary. Stock footage of original production. Yeah, and stock footage from original production. So there's a Fury from the Deep. Faceless Ones, sorry. Faceless Ones didn't have a huge amount of extras, and that was 3 discs. And I thought, well, at least for the Blu-ray, they could have easily put some extras across discs 1 and 2, especially the reconstruction. That could have been alongside on disc 2 with the color version, whilst disc 1 has the 2 black and white versions, one including the 2 surviving episodes. And so for the Blu-ray, I felt Faceless Ones could have been 2 discs. DVD I can understand because they don't have as much space, but I think for the Blu-ray, Faceless Ones should have just been 2 discs, not 3. Fury from the Power of the Daleks Special Edition was a bumper packed with extras. That is probably one of the best individual DVDs and Blu-rays of the Doctor Who Classic Series range since 2013. That's been the best, that or Enemy of the World. Let's say both of them. Power of the Dark Special Edition and Enemy of the World Special Edition. Bumper packed with extras. Not quite as to the standard of the collection box sets, of course, but two of the stronger Classic Series DVD releases since 2013 have been the 2 special edition releases so far. And whilst Web of Fear, I don't think it's got as many as Power of the Dark Special Edition. It's probably going to be more on the lines of Enemy of the Worlds is one. So that'll probably be another one I'll be up there, possibly. Fury from the Deep was also a step up in the number of extras, giving us a few more behind the scenes and reflective featurettes and documentaries. 2 kind of documentaries. The behind the making of the animation version featurette as well, and a couple other little inclusions like film trims and footage and surviving footage and visual effects stuff, etc. And the 7-part radio play, The Slides, that later was adapted into the Fury from the Deep story. Fury from the Deep earned having 3 discs, as did Power of the Dark Special Edition. It's not like the greatest amount of extras ever, but Fury from the Deeps had a good number of extras for its release, much improved over Faceless Ones. Macra Terror only had 2 discs, 3 if you count the Steelbook, but on the DVD and Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray and on the DVD, it was you still had the 2 versions of the animations, although they were only 4 episodes, not 6 or 7, but you still had quite a few extras across both discs, with the Steelbook version also including the 2007 episode Gridlock and its Doctor Who Confidential cutdown. Though they could have had the space for the full-length Confidential, but oh well. So, looking at this list of special features for Evil of the Daleks, it's very disappointing. You just get commentaries, the audiobook, making of, and photo gallery. The audiobook is probably 7 25-minute episodes, just like the actual story, but the slide is 7 half-an-hour-ish episodes, and that's included alongside a couple of other extras on disc 3. So, yeah, the audiobook will not take up too much space on disc 3 of Evil the Daleks if it's anything like the slide. If it's as long as the slide, heck, the slide is about half an hour per episode anyway. So actually, you're knocking off about 35 minutes off that time length from the slide for the Evil the Daleks. The Evil the Daleks is 35 minutes shorter than the slide. So yeah. Well, then again, the audiobook might be a literal audiobook of the novelization or something, but those could be longer. But if it's the soundtrack of the story with narration by Tom Baker, then it'll be the same length as the stories, and it will be 35 minutes shorter than the slides. So if it's something like that, you can easily get other extras on disc 3 alongside that, not including the reconstruction. And unfortunately, it is just the reconstruction, the audiobook, a making of, which will probably only be about half an hour if the Faceless Ones and the Fury from the Deep one are anything to go by, and a photo gallery, and that's gonna be it. Well, at least at the moment. They might announce some more extras later down the line. If not, then this is going to be the most disappointing of the releases in terms of special features, as you only really get about 5 extras. The reconstruction, which is just another version of the main story anyway, as is the audiobook if it's just the soundtrack with narration, and not the literal sound, the audio. I mean not the music. I mean just the audio of the whole thing, dialogue, music, etc. With narration by Tom Baker. Though if it's an audiobook of the novelization, it could be longer. The making of in the photo gallery, and that's basically it, and commentaries, but those will be included on discs 1 and 2 anyway. I'm not sure about the reconstruction version. Maybe. But yeah, not many extras for this release. We're looking at a Faceless One situation again, except this time with an extra that's possibly as long or almost as long, or perhaps even longer than the slide from Fury from the Deep. But I still think there should have been some more extras on this release to warrant that 3rd disc. Especially, there's one extra from Lost in Time box set, and it's also included on Resurrection of the Daleks Special Edition DVD on the Restation 2 box set. And I think it might be the same extra as the Tomb of the Cybermen Special Edition's release, as part of Restation 3, and that is the Last Dalek featurette, where it's some behind-the-scenes film trails, film of the destruction of the Dalek city at the end of episode 7, and it's all the model work of these Daleks. Maybe the version from Tomb of the Cybermen's little special edition's a bit different to the one from Lost in Time and Resurrection, but basically it's behind it or they are behind the scenes featurettes of the final battle of the Daleks. That it's kind of behind the scenes sort of a thing, or the extended takes of them. It's basically a kind of a Rush's version of that, of the model work. And yeah, that's not been said to be included on the Evil of the Daleks release. I think even though it's been released on 2, maybe even 3 releases already, I think that should be included on the Evil of the Daleks release, because that is the story it should be included on. Not to mention there's probably some off-screen footage from the episodes of that story, possibly, if there's any of that surviving. We might be lucky and perhaps get a trailer for it, maybe, if they're able to recover that, but I'm not putting my bets down on that. But they could definitely do the behind the scenes of the model work for the Daleks. Taking a look at reading the Resurrection of the Daleks version, or reading Lost in Time's version, it says The Last Dalek, a short film with commentary showing the making of the Evil of the Daleks at Ealing Film Studios. Resurrection says a behind-the-scenes look at the Ealing Studios filming for 1967's Dalek story, The Evil of the Daleks, courtesy of 8mm film shot by BBC designer Tony Cornell, with narration by BBC visual effects designers Michael John Harris, and Peter Day. I think that is the same extra from Lost in Time. Tomb of the Sidemen has an extra called The Final End, but the description more or less resembles what the other two has sounded like. The Evil of the Daleks is mostly missing from the BBC archives. A small taste of the climatic battle from episode 7 has been put together from off-air audio recordings compiled with 8mm film shot by Tony Cornell, a designer at Evening Studios. Maybe Tomb of the Sidemen is a bit more. Maybe Resurrections and Lost in Times is it's the rushes, and Tombs is the fire is a edited thing that includes the millimeter film, and the rushes has the commentary. The Tomb has maybe the commentary as well, but it's got a bit more as well. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I have seen these extras, but it's been a while since I've seen them. But it is disappointing not seeing that extra included on Evil of the Daleks' release. That it's the perfect release to do it. Yeah, they wouldn't know back in 2004, 2012, 11, 12 that this was going to happen, but yeah, it's the perfect release to include that extra, and I think it would be nice to include it. Even if it be the third or fourth release to include it, or the third and second releases, if Tombs is a separate one and they include both versions. But yeah, it's a shame that's not being included. Then it's a shame there's only really going to be about 5 extras, which include the reconstruction and the commentaries, as per which is per usual for these releases. And photo gallery is per usual. We get one behind the scenes, or making of in this case. That's disappointing. So yeah, maybe there'll be more extras announced later down the line. Maybe there'll be a bit more, but it's, as like Faceless Ones, it's looking to be a bit more of a bare bones amount of extras included, as opposed to something like Fury from the Deeps, which is much better, or Power of the Daleks Special Edition and the collection box sets, which are bumper packed. Oh, it could be worse. It could be It could be like what Series 12 had, which is almost nothing, besides a couple closer looks, and maybe the odd other extra. And yeah, it could be worse. But and even worse than that is hardly any extras like the original Enemy of the World and Web of Fear DVDs. But yeah, Evil of the Daleks is a bit disappointing that there's very little extras on it. However, I am very looking forward to the story being animated, and it's looking good. It's looking really good. So yeah, bring on the Evil of the Daleks after the Web of Fear Special Edition. And yes, the animation for Evil of the Daleks is looking much better than Web of Fears, but thankfully Web of Fears will only be for 1 episode. Evil's will be for 6, so good priorities. As for Abominable Snowmen and Galaxy 4, I don't know if they will come, and if they do, when they will come, and I don't know about any what the collection box set will be. Like I said, I'll do videos on that when that's announced, and same for Abominable and Galaxy 4 if they get official announcements or any other story gets rumoured, then I'll do videos. With Evil of the Daleks becoming, season 4 is almost done. They just got to do the 2 historicals, the Smugglers and the Highlanders. The latter they did consider, but they're finding it a little bit difficult because of all the tartan. The former, on the other hand, ignore that. The former, on the other hand, is probably going to be a bit more easy to do, and with Galaxy 4, if that's true, going to be them testing the waters for William Hartnell stories. Smugglers is another easy one they could do, so season 4 could possibly be done. I still think season 5 will be done first. They've got after Abominable Snowmen, they still got Will in Space. And that's it. Season 6 has the Space Pirates. So after Evil of the Daleks, you've only really got 5 Patrick Troughton stories left. 4 Patrick Troughton stories left. Highlanders, Abominable, Wheel, and Space Pirates. And that's it for Patrick Troughton. No wonder if rumours about Galaxy 4 are true, they are starting to test waters with doing William Hartnell ones, because we're coming to the end of the Patrick Troughton era. Patrick Troughton animated stories. There's only 5 left, including the upcoming Evil of the Daleks. That being said, many fans do want the Underwater Menaces missing episodes animated due to the poor reconstruction though that story got in 2015, and it was originally going to have animated episodes, but some sort of dispute or something, and so they couldn't do it, and the release was initially delayed, and Doctor Who Magazine mentions that, and then it was released, but with reconstructions of the missing episodes, but they're not as good as the one from Web of Fear episode 3 that the 2014 DVD had, and Faces on ultimately ended up having a pretty shit reconstruction. So hopefully that story will also be partly animated at the least, or completely animated. It's 2 episodes to be animated, 4 episodes overall. They could probably do something like Web of Fear. They could just animate half of the story. They can include the color versions as well if they wanted to, or they might do a full-length version of the story. It's 4 episodes, so I don't know, and 2 out of 4 episodes missing, so I don't know if they would. Yeah, hopefully they will do some sort of. If they did do that, they would do a featurette about the missing episode, missing episode 2 being found. Same for Galaxy 4 if that one got a release. I bet they do a couple featurettes or some new stuff about episode 3 being found. So yeah, that's really about it from my for this reaction and discussion of the Evil of the Daleks DVD, Blu-ray, and Steelbook coming up, and a new animated version, and the disappointment of the special features. Comment down below your opinions on the story and your thoughts on the DVD, Blu-ray, and Steelbook announcement, the extras, etc., and also the animation style. Whether you're a fan of this animation style, like Power of the Daleks, Shada, Macra Terror, Faceless Ones, and the Evil of the Daleks, or if you prefer the version from Fury from the Deep, or the version from the upcoming The Web of Fear Special Edition. Personally, I think the versions from the regular versions that we saw with Power, I think it's still a little bit different between Macra and Faceless Ones, but the animation for those 2 stories are the better 2 of the 21 since 2016. And with Macra Terror, that's the peak of the animation story. I mean, story-wise, well, I know it's a popular one now, but I'm not personally a fan of that story. But in terms of the animation itself, that is the peak of Doctor Who animation restorations. And Faces Ones was a little bit of a step down, but it's sort of in the same area. And Evil the Daleks seems to be a step down from that, but it's still kind of in the same area. So it's kind of in that bubble. And I think Power of the Daleks, both versions, and both 2016 and 2020 versions, and Shada are also within that bubble, and those types of animations are the ones I think are the best ones, at least for the recent ones anyway. For the older ones, I think the Invasion and the Ice Warriors have the best animation for those stories. So yeah, so something like that, and also with completely animated stories, Scream the Shulker and Infinite Quest, which are done by the same people who did the Invasion missing episodes. So yeah, something like those ones, something like the Cosgrove Hall ones, Ice Warriors, and the typical ones we've had since 2016. I wasn't so sure about the Fury ones, but I kind of came around to it when I saw the stories. Not so much with Web of Fear, although that hasn't come out yet. So maybe I'll be swayed. I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad Evil of the Daleks is going to have animation like Faceless Ones, Macra Terror, Shada, Power of the Daleks. Because that's the better animation style in my opinion, and I think it still works. Also, it provides consistency with those 3 stories from Macra Terror to Evil of the Daleks before having a break with Tomb of the Cybermen, which is completely surviving. Good thing too, because this is the best 1960 story in my opinion, and then the best story until 1979. Even though I said season 17 was my least favorite season, but you got the Holy Grail that is City of Death in that season. That almost more than makes up for the rest of that season, apart from Shada, because Shada's also awesome. After Tomb of the Cybermen, Abominable Snowmen could be a completely different style, but it wouldn't be as jarring because after you would have a full-length surviving story break between the last story of the previous style and that one. So that's fine. But yeah, anyway, comment below your opinions, etc., etc. Don't forget to be nice. Don't forget to be civil. And yeah, final thing before I go. I haven't been so regular on YouTube that much, apart from Doctor Who reviews and maybe a few other videos here and there over the last few months. So yeah, and I do have to say that there's going to be a continued less activeness on YouTube due to the fact that I now currently am employed. Now have a job. Finally, I got another job, and this time I've been there for over a week. It's full time, quite a few hours a week. So I only did start last week, but yeah. So I got a job, hoping to keep it for longer than, well, first job I only had for a day. Second job, it was 6 days over a 5-6 day week period, but COVID-19 put a stop to that. So this time around, hoping we've done more days already than both those jobs together. Almost, I think, actually. And hopefully this one will last a lot longer, especially as it's full time and it's giving me money to buy Blu-rays and DVDs. But yeah, so I'm not going to be too much active on YouTube because of that, because there will be at least 8 hours of the day for 5 or 6 days a week. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just saying that because because I got a job, I probably won't be doing as much YouTube as often, and also projects like Earth Agents are gonna be severely delayed, and Series 4 is already 3 years behind schedule. So yeah, just not going to be that much YouTube activity on the channels as much as maybe before, and even the last month or so there hasn't been too much activity anyway. But yeah, there's probably going to be even less now due to this. That being said, there are still some videos I do hope to do, and of course I do have some stuff for the I'm hoping to do more videos in the future, and I'm continuing with the Universals, of course. I'm not leaving them anytime soon. 5th anniversary this month. Stay tuned for something quite special coming up. Hopefully, later in the month on the Universals. Don't forget to subscribe to it and the Universals. But I'm just not going to be as active on YouTube as much anymore. I do hope to do Doctor Who spin-off reviews soon on the Retro channel for some of them, and on here for others, and a couple of movie and TV reviews later down the line. But I'm not sure exactly when yet. But I just don't think I'll be too active on YouTube for a bit longer. And like I said, apart from 2 short films and an omnibus version of them that will be coming out later this month, hopefully again, that have already been done for a while, or almost done at least. Apart from some short films that are either done or almost done, there's not going to be much in the terms of short films and stuff. And then as for extras and not extras, reviews and stuff, then those will still pop up, but I'm not sure when. But I'll definitely still try and make videos as I go along. And these one-take reaction videos, of course, I'll try and do these as much as possible as well. So anyway, as we're coming up to nearly 40 minutes, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts. Don't comment out anything that's not relevant to anything mentioned in this video. For example, don't say hashtag not my doctor, RIP Doctor Who 1963 to 2017. Actually, don't even mention those at all. Those will be automatically deleted by me personally, because those comments are banned from forever. Basically, they're banned forever. So yeah, but only comment about stuff that's relevant to this video, to Evil of the Daleks, previous animation stories, and you could even maybe comment about the fact that I prefer Series 11 to Space Pirates, and Season 24 is better than Season 17, except City of Death and Sharda, of course. Time the Run is worse than the Season 17 stories, but the Season 24 as a whole, I prefer to Season 17. But City of Death and Sharda are far superior. But yeah, you just comment some stuff that's relevant to the video. If it's not relevant to the video, don't mention it. But yeah, mostly mention your thoughts on Evil of the Daleks and the animation, the release itself, extras and speculations on future releases, both in the partially animated stories and the collection range, because we might be getting an announcement of the next collection box set soonish, maybe. we'll see. The season 24 one basically came out of nowhere, whilst the season 8 one, we were kind of hoping for it around Doctor Who week, and we sort of did, just a few days after the anniversary day. But yeah. Alright, so we've hit 40 minutes. I shall stop now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Once again, apologies for the long delay. See you, guys. Bye.